Again with home stitchery decor. And try to lean into this one for sure. And maybe point this down a little bit today. And what we're going to do here today is try a new product. First, I'm going to bring you guys up on my big screen over here, just in case I need to read a comment over here. And making fridge magnets with quilt cotton. And I'm playing my own TV while I'm live, which is kind of annoying. Okay, here, we've shut that off. So we'll give this a second to wait for a few people to get on here this morning. Hi, everyone. Good morning. It's Jolene from Home Stitchery Decor. Welcome to the channel. We're just going to wait for a few people here to join, and then we're going to get in on the fun because I do have some regulars. I told them I was going to do this at 10 o'clock this morning, so I don't want them to miss out on the fun here to begin with. So what we're going to do is try out a new magnet maker. I have a whole bunch of quilt cotton scraps, and I'm always looking for a new product to add into my repertoire of products that I sell. And I thought, I am so tired of throwing out these scraps because there's nothing I can really make with them. So I did a little bit of research and I went ahead and bought a magnet maker. It's in this box. I'm not even sure if this is going to work, but we're going to unpack it and we're going to see what happens here. So we'll get going here in just a minute. I'm just going to wait for a couple of my regulars to get on and say good morning. Good morning. Yeah. So I'm from Calgary, Alberta, Canada, and I sell modern farmhouse home decor. You can watch all my videos on the channel here. I pretty much just teach everything that I do. Okay, we've got a couple people. Good morning. Hi, you guys. Who have we got here this morning? Leroy, good morning. Good morning to you. We're just going to wait until there's 5 people on here because I do know that some of my regulars are going to want to come on, which is fine. So good morning from Calgary, Alberta, Canada. I'm going to try out a new magnet maker. We're going to use quilt cotton and see if it works because I always have leftover quilt cotton and I need to stop throwing it away. So I thought, well, I need a better product to make to use up these little scraps. All right, so we're going to get going here. We've got a few people now watching. I just ordered this from Amazon, so we're going to do literally an unboxing of it and see what the deal is, if this would work. Hopefully I didn't just show, yeah. Okay. And there we go. Dump it out of the box. I always try to save my boxes for when I'm packing up orders. So if you do receive a box in an Amazon order, it'll have a I'm recycling this box sticker on it. I think that's important that we kind of make sure we're recycling as much as possible. So what we've got here, I'll show you guys, is this, gosh, it's heavy, DC badge. One-of-a-kind badge making machine, which will be used to make small gift like pin badge, mirror, opener, hanger, rosette flower. It's high-strength engineered plastics, machine body and mold is integrated. Features lightweight. Well, I disagree with that. Long lifespan, easy operation, and even a kid can use this, is what they're saying. So I have a whole bunch of gadgets here in the box. I think it said it came with like 100 sets. And we got some film, so I'm going to have to read the instructions and everything. I don't think it could be that complicated. It'll just be a matter of whether or not this works with quilt cotton, because I'm not sure it will. We've got another little gadget here. I bought this on Amazon. I put the link for this in the video description, you guys. So if this is something that you want to try, the link is already there for you. I'll just be in and out of the camera here to throw stuff off to the side. Okay, we've got huge sheets of magnets. These are actually quite heavy. And get this one opened up here. So if you're just joining, hi, I'm Jolene. I'm from Calgary, Alberta, Canada, and I have a craft business. I'm getting ready to do these huge Christmas markets. I have some scrap fabric left over that I'm tired of having it scrapped in. So I figured I might as well try something like this and see if this will bust some of my scraps, plus make me a sellable product. So we'll see if either of those things is true. I've never seen this done with fabric. I've only seen it done with pictures. So this is an actual test here. Okay, so first you got to squeeze the handle together to get this thing off. And now your handle will pop up. That totally makes sense. And I'm probably not going to want to beat the crap out of this table. Because yes, it is my craft table, but I actually kind of need it. And I kind of like it. So we're going to find something to put on the table. And I should have my rotary mat here. Here it is. Because we might need the rotary mat too. Kind of stuck in underneath here. Don't mind my rotary mat. It's beat to crap. But, yeah, I don't want to wreck my table here. Okay, so we're going to need to read the instructions. Put metal cover into the mold. So let's get these things opened up. Do I have a pair of scissors? Yes, I do. Who have we got here this morning? Leroy said hello. Any of my regulars here yet? I told them I was going to go live at 10 o'clock. So we're going to put maybe I should have watched a video on how this is done. Put metal cover into mold. But which mold? I'm assuming this thing comes out here. Why would this be here if it didn't come out? Okay. I think I figured that part out. Yes. Bear with me as I figure all the parts out here, you guys. Okay, so what I've done so far, I have stuffed one of these metal parts up into this part here. I don't know if you can see it, but I put it up here. We'll see if I'm wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong, if you guys have made any. I'm might need a hand here. But yeah, I probably should have watched a video. Okay, so now we've got, just going to open up all the parts so they're a little bit easier. Put the picture on the metal cover and then put in the plastic film. At this point, you can find that the metal cover is already a side above the mold. Put the back cover into mold B. Okay, I think I've done this part wrong. And will I be able to get this out? I don't know. This part is not very movable. Well, we're going to find out here in a second. Probably going to wreck one. Plastic cover here. And I feel like we need a magnet sheet here too. Of course, I'm sure this thing came from China, so it's probably not the best instructions. Not going to rip the bag open here. Hi, you guys. Sorry, we'll see if we can get this going. I'm trying to make quilt cotton magnets because I have so much scrap quilt cotton from other parts of my business. And then this would go in last. Okay, so we got that part figured out. We've got some Allen keys here. I guess if we fall into trouble like we've just done. And we've got some plastic covers here as well. And do we need these plastic covers? I don't know. Okay. This is going to be, I should have watched a video. So we would need to cut this fabric, I'm guessing at 2 inches by 2 inches. So let's try one. We'll get a little tiny ruler out. Oh, guess I'll be fixing this in a minute. And a rotary blade cutter. So we'll just make this. This is fabric by Robert Kaufman. And I just did a live where I made some placemats. And this was the scrap material left over from the placemats. And I thought, I am tired of throwing stuff out here. So we'll just do 2 inches by 2 inches. And wouldn't it be fun to have another product that you could actually sell that is ready to go? All right, so we'll put it this way. We'll put it in here. Make sure it's kind of lined up on this bottom piece here. And we're going to give this a whirl. And see if it works. Okay, so that is the wrong way around. I've put the metal, obviously, the wrong way because the fabric is actually stuck in between these two things. So let's pull it out and see if we can fix this. Pop this sucker out of here. Or just grab another one because that'll be a pain in the butt. And we need to figure out how to get the fabric on the top of this. Because on the back of this is where the magnet is going to be. This would be the inside of it. You'll be able to, I'm sure, tell that this is where the magnet's going to be because that is where it's stuck out. So how would we do this? Okay, has anybody actually done this before? Because I don't know what I'm doing here. For sure, I don't know. Okay, put the metal cover into a mold. Let's try this again. Put the metal cover into a mold. Okay. Let's get a new one of these. That one I might have bent. Ah, this makes more sense. Put the metal cover into a mold. So put the metal, which looks like this and has a lip, down into the mold. Perfect. Rotate the mold. Put the picture on the metal cover and then put the plastic film Okay, so we've put the fabric onto the metal cover, and now we're going to grab the plastic film. We'll get this here. We'll get this. I just want to see if this will work, because this is actually going to be a good scrap buster, and I'm sure these will sell because they will be part of my mix and match collections. So should I have cut this a little bit bigger than 2 by 2? Like maybe 2 1/4 by 2 1/4, I think would work better, because it's sticking down into the bottom of that. So let's try this. 2 1/4. Get this lined up here. You just never know when you're doing new projects how they're going to turn out. So that's 2 1/4. This is 2 1/4. Lined up perfectly here. Just a nice little square of Christmas fabric. Okay, now we've got it. Now we're going to put that down on top of the metal. Then we're going to grab a piece of plastic film, which I just had, so where'd you go? The little plastic film looks like this. They are very stuck together. So I'm finding if I do this with my fingers, they become unstuck. So put the plastic film in there. That's fitting perfectly now. We might have this figured out after all. Okay, and then rotate the mold so that mold A is directly below mold C. And we're going to, it should be telling you how to put the other piece, but it's not. So we do have to guess here, but we're going to put the white plastic mold up inside over here. So it's kind of a little tricky to get it in there, but we will figure it out. Now rotate the mold. Let's see if it worked. Nope, didn't work again. Maybe I did not get the best machine here. And if that's the case, that would be kind of annoying. Okay, let's push it down without the cover. See if it works. Nothing has happened. Oh dear. So we got the first part. Rotate the mold A, so mold. Happy Monday, Steph. We're trying out this new machine to see if I can make magnets, and it's being really annoying. The instructions are very unclear, and you can't even see in the thing to see if you're doing it right, and it's really starting to irritate me. That did absolutely nothing. Happy Monday. Steph's one of my regulars, you guys. She's here a lot. Trying new. I feel like if I push that, that's going to break. Oh, goodness sakes. Rotate mold A so that mold C. rotate mold A so that mold A is directly below mold C. I've done that. Make sure that the support pin is against the round plate and cannot let the support pin pass through the hole on the other side. This might be the worst decision I've ever made for my business, and it might be the best. Just see how it goes here. So far, no. Press the handle. When you hear a sound, you can raise the handle. I heard a click. At this point, you can find that the metal cover is already inside the mold above. No, it is not going inside the mold above. And we figured out that it needs to be on the front side of this. So what are we doing wrong? And we knew it had to go into mold A because this is, the two molds look different, just so you guys can see. They're telling us that this is mold B with the silver, the big silver ring around it, and that mold A has this little plastic inset. So they are saying, okay, put your tab into mold A. Put the picture on the metal cover and then put the plastic film. So we have the fabric, which I've got a salvage edge of. Oh my goodness sakes. I might have a meltdown before I'm done this project here today. But I wanted to do an unboxing of it, of course. So that means you go live and then there's another salvage edge. You can't fake this stuff. What's going on with you today, Steph? Anybody else is annoyed with this as I am? Can anybody else who's done this before tell us what we're doing wrong? That would be helpful because these directions are not very clear. Okay, so now we've got rid of our salvage edge. We're going to put our piece of fabric down onto the metal. Then we're going to put our piece of plastic onto the metal. We're right back where we were 5 minutes ago. Rotate mold A so that it's directly below mold C. So maybe what I did was I put something in here and I shouldn't have. And let's try it this way. I'm gonna have an actual like menopause breakdown with this thing. Okay, so we don't have the piece of plastic up in the top of here. We're just gonna do this part. We're gonna push and see that this works. It says rotate mold A so that mold A is directly below mold C. So this is mold C. Make sure that the support pin is against the round plate and cannot let the support pin pass through the hole on the other side. So what they're saying here I honestly don't even know what they're saying. Let's try pushing it and see what happens. Nothing has happened. So this support let's do a close-up of here. They're saying this support pin here can't be through this hole. It needs to be offset. So now we'll offset it and we'll give it a push. And actually that sounded better. And once we heard a click, did this work? Now it's stuck up in here. This thing is really freaking annoying. And of course, I'm sure it's like one of those things, once you get it, it just goes tickety-boo. Let's see if we can get a little pair of tweezers, because now it's stuck up there. Which actually might have been a good idea to make this fabric just a wee bit bigger. This might be the worst thing I ever bought in my whole life, because this should not be this hard. What do we think about this? Hi, Beline. Working. Reading the instructions was my first mistake. I agree. It's like, could we have this in a language that appeals to everybody? That isn't like gobbledygook. Okay, now we need to maybe read the instructions though for how do we get this thing unstuck, because can you see it? It's all stuck up in here now. I don't know if you can see it, but that metal thing is all stuck up on the inside. And it's like, okay, well now how do we get this dang thing out of here? We have a letter opener. Will that work? Do they give you a slot where you can push it back through? Not really. All right, flip it over. It says, the metal cover cannot be pressed down. Situation 3, the mold is stuck. Yes. When pressing the metal cover, picture in plastic frame, if the mold marked in the pic would pull down the handle, sometimes it needs to be pulled down vigorously. What? Okay. Vigorously. Like, get a hammer. Is that vigorously enough for you? And it still didn't come out. And there's no way. Actually, there is a way. There's 2 little screws on the bottom of this thing. Like, then they give you the worst tool in the imaginable, an Allen key, to actually take this apart. So let's take the middle one apart first and see. Now this has come apart. I kind of think you shouldn't have to take things apart on your first try, but it is what it is. Take the machine apart on your first. How the heck am I gonna get that out of there? Oh, now I'm going to the craft store because I broke my seam ripper. Maybe if you had the plastic cover, it wouldn't have got stuck, right? But you have to have the plastic cover on top, apparently, because Firefly says push the handle down again. Like this. Nope, that's not the answer. Okay. Maybe it's because I did it with fabric, and maybe it's because I cut it at 2 1/4, so there would be a tiny little bit of overhang. Maybe it's because this thing is an actual piece of crap. Oh my gosh, I got it. What? I got it with a very strong screwdriver. Okay, so now we have the plastic cover. I think we'll put this back together. Let's take a vote for how we try this again. Should we just cut the fabric a tiny bit bigger so it goes right the way around, but then leave off the plastic cover? Thoughts? This needs to go. There needs to be a washer here. Maybe it's on the other side. Okay. Put this back together. I should have named this video Annoying Crafting. Hello, new Scrappin' Mama. I saw that you subscribed to the channel, and thank you very much for doing that. That's amazing. We have a little washer here. Not sure where it goes. Let's just leave it to the side for right now. And you know what, you guys, I'm going to tell you for all of your troubles here. If we do get this going, I'll give you a set of magnets. We'll put it into the members only draw. If you're a member of the channel, I'll tell you about the draw right now, and then we'll try this again. So a little screwdriver works way better than their Allen key screwdriver thing. Total piece of crap. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. I'll tell you about the members only draw. If you're a member of the channel, we have a draw going on. When the members reach 150 paid members, I have a draw for this fabulous gift box. So it's a FAF quilter's kit. It has quilting rulers, a rotary cutter, 2 sets of needles, rotary blades, and then it's a 2-side or double, layered. It's layered. It's a layered gift. Here is a rotating cutting mat underneath here as well. This is valued at $312 Canadian. And then we did a live where we sewed these 2 Christmas placemats, and this will be in the draw when the paid members reach 150. And so it's Robert Kaufman fabric. They're completely reversible. You can go ahead and watch the live for it too if you want. And we did a live where we made this really cute Christmas tea towel. That will be in the gift as well. And then we announced my book, which is available on Amazon right now for $14.95 American. If you want to start a business like this, or any kind of YouTube business really, and you want to start earning some passive income, this is like a $2,000 course in a $14.95 book. I've put the link in the video description for this as well. And then yesterday we were working on jelly roll rugs, and so we're including the tube maker in this gift as well. And if we ever get this figured out, I'll give you a set of 4 magnets of these Christmas magnets. So let's try this again, shall we? I check this is working with thin paper first. That's a good idea. I knew there was a reason we invited you people. So let's see if it works. I'm gonna get a piece of paper out of my printer. That's a good idea. So we'll just take a swath off this, put the paper aside, and we'll cut it exactly 2 by 2. When we build a community of people, this is how we can get along in life, is my full belief here. So I've started this crafting channel. I've started a membership, and I want to have, you know, the big goal, right? 1 million subscribers to the channel, and then we're going to do all kinds of crazy freaking cool stuff here. And nobody's going to watch television because it's going to be better here than on the TV. Okay, let's try this again. We're going to put the thing down in slot A like they told us to. Okay. Face down. Now we got a piece of paper. Face up. Now we're going to get a piece of plastic. Not that one. This cute little piece of plastic here. face down. The plastic sticks to the paper. So try to demagnetize it or destatic it to get everything in straight. Let's turn the thing around. Make sure our thing is not going through the edge. When we hear the click, we can lift it up. And it's stuck again. Oh, for crying out loud. This is going to be the funniest live video ever, or the most frustrating. I just can't even with this thing. Okay, how do we get it out? Do we turn it this way to get it out? I think I figured it out, you guys. You turn it the other way to get it out. So it needs to be stuck up there. So this is what it looks like. And then we'll have this other piece here. And then when we click it this other way, then it comes out. So we got that figured out. Okay, so now we're going to do it with the fabric. And I can reuse probably all of this. Why not? Actually, let's start anew. If I want to reuse that later, I will, after we, basically F around here. We don't want any more problems. So let's try it just exactly 2 inches by 2 inches and see what happens. So we're going to put it down. Geez, once we get this, it might be okay. No, we're going to do it with the plastic. I think we need the plastic here. Put it down with the plastic. Wouldn't this be funny if this is just user error? Hello, joining late. I check and see paper's working. Yep, okay, we've got the paper working. Now we're going to swing it around. Make sure this thing is off kilter. Wait till it snaps. Perfect. Now we're going to put the white thing on this side. So now the white thing is down in the holder there. And we're going to swing it around again. And we're going to click it. Success! So it was user error. Look at that. And I definitely think we need to have this fabric just a tiny bit wider than the metal. So it goes right around the edge. Because can you see here, it's not quite like around the edge here. But that's an easy fix. We could do this at like 2 1/8, 2 1/4. And then what we'll do is put the magnet on the back. So in here is where the magnet's going to go. I'm not going to do that right now because I'm going to redo this one. Oh my freaking God. What a mess. Okay, let's try this again. That was a lot of drama for a freaking magnet. But yes, user error. And bad Asian instructions. Okay, so let's cut this at 2 1/4 and see if 2 1/4 is too much. We can always reduce it. I'm making sure I'm not using a salvage edge this time, because why? User error, totally my brain not wrapping itself around how this gadget would work. Okay. Take responsibility for your own mess ups. That is the lesson of today. Okay, so we've got our metal, we've got our piece of fabric, and that actually looks pretty good. We'll see if it works. Get a piece of plastic film. Take the static off of it because it sticks to the fabric. Whip it round the other way. Make sure this thing is off kilter so the pin actually has a way to push it down. Wait till it clicks. grab our other magnet, put it in the holder, turn it around, push it again. Perfect. It's absolutely perfect, you guys. Look at the edging on the back. There's no fabric left over either. So, yeah, definitely user error. Like it's me. And the thing is, I'm on my first cup of coffee with Bailey's, so you can't even blame it on the Bailey's this morning. Okay, there it is. What do we think of this? Who loves it? Who do you think would buy this? Maybe this would go up. So these are going to be little fridge magnets that I sell as part of my mix and match collections. And now that I have this, I actually like it. I actually like it a lot. Oh my gosh, look at that. That's so freaking cute. Do I have a piece of metal I can stick this on? Nope, my Cricut isn't metal. My door handle here is kind of metal, but not enough. Not quite enough. What have we got that's metal here, you guys? Rotating blade. There we go. Rotary blade. Fantastic. Okay, how strong are they on the fridge holding something up? I don't know. I mean, I don't know. This is pretty strong here. Like when I'm holding this, this has got like, it starts to pull right here. So like a couple of inches before, or no, an inch and a half, it starts to pull. I will say, when I picked up these magnets, I thought, holy crap, these magnets are actually like really heavy. They're really heavy. They're substantial magnets. So I guess it would depend like on the kit that you order. But I ordered this as one whole kit. And I can tell you, let me just bring it up on my computer and I'll tell you how much it was. And I have a link in the video description for you guys as well. So just let the computer come up. I just ordered this last week. Bring it up on Amazon in my orders. It was Canadian $132.29. So yeah, that is super cute, isn't it? $132.29 Canadian, so that's like $100 American. And actually, they'll probably even sell them cheaper in America. Let me know if somebody go on Amazon if you're in the States and tell us how much this is. Click the link in the video description and pull it up, or just type in mk.bear 50 millimeter magnet button maker and tell us how much this is if you can see it in the States, because I'm in Canada. And you guys just have more buying power down there. So typically if you have more buying power, then you get things cheaper, right? So let's make a few of these. This is super cute. And just keep making sure that it's like actually working, right? Now I have to be careful because I don't want any salvage edge in this. And can I get this off? This salvage edge off. This is supposed to be for me a scrap buster because I'm really, really tired of throwing out all my scraps. It's super annoying to me to throw out scraps. And you're always thinking like, what on earth are you going to do with them? Like they're tiny little scraps. But because I have Home Stitchery Decor, which is like a crafting sewing business. No, this one's not going to be big enough. I should be able to like do this as just like a good add-on. This one might be big enough here, 2 1/4, right? Can anybody see it in the States there? Or tell us where you're from and tell us how much this machine is. MK Bear magnet maker. They have them in pink and like a lime green color and blue. And it was $132 Canadian. So just have a boo and see if that's anything like a price you're seeing where you are. Yeah, I'm right on the salvage edge of this. Will this work? This will work. Okay, so we'll do 2 1/4 again. And see if we can get this going even quicker. And this might even be like a project you could do at your craft booth. For some reason, people love stuff like that. If you've got a little thing that you're doing right there, making it live in front of them, it shouldn't take up too much space. You could have like a little set of plastic drawers, a tiny little set of plastic drawers. I could show you. I'll show you these plastic drawers here. Oh, yours says $79.99. Oh, and $99.99 for the 58 mil. Okay, so you could actually, you guys take, like, I'm not going to take this out of my cupboard because this is like my card crafting cupboard. But you could grab some of these tiny plastic drawers and, you know, load up all the supplies in this little set here and have this machine and just make these live at your craft market where you're in between customers. They would love that because people just love watching you do stuff. Like I crochet quite a bit when I'm at a craft market because I'm going to stand there anyway all dang day. So I take yarn and I make my dishcloths. And people will just stand there and just like ooh and ah. Oh my gosh, what are you doing? What are you doing? Okay, so is this going to be quicker now that we got it sorted? How fast is that? That is super fast. And when we cut it at 2 1/4, you guys, just look, consistency again. It's wrapped all the way around the edging. I think if you didn't cut the fabric at 2 1/4, well, it wouldn't cover the edge. So these ones cover the edge. So how cute is that? Unbelievable. Okay, let's make a few of these. The first 4 will go into the gift pile here. The gift pile. So paid members of the channel, the membership starts at $2, and you can get in on the big draw that we were doing here. I don't like this one. That one I reuse the other plastic, and I don't like it, so you don't get that one. I'll fix that one later. 2 1/4. If my stuff isn't perfect, it's not going out the door. Just so you guys know. If something is just off, even just a hair, it will not be sold to somebody. So I can guarantee you that if you buy something on my site, I have done my absolute finest and will not sell you a piece of crap. All right, and we definitely need the plastic to hold the fabric in because this isn't going to wrap all the way around. So I didn't take the static off of this one. Take the static off of it. Make sure everything's lined up as best as you can. Flip it one way this way. Make sure this thing is off kilter. Snap it. Push it down real good. And now we put the back side of it on. Push that down really good. Okay, this one's perfect. Lovely. Lovely, lovely, lovely. People are going to like these. I guarantee it. I will be able to sell this no problem. Christmas magnets coming up. And we get our little magnet on the back of it. There we go again. Lovely. There's 2. Once we have 4 in the gift pile, we will start a different color here and see. I've got a whole bunch of different fabric here today that I can do this with. And this would actually, like if I was doing this in the office today where I didn't have a live stream going, I would have some music going and I would have a little sing-along. I cut that one wrong. But I won't spare you guys my singing. I'll spare you actually from my singing. It's not bad sometimes, but I do find it's a great way to let out some energy. Raise the endorphins a little bit. Have a good time with it. All right. Plastic film. We're taking off the static. And I would also, while I'm doing this, I will have my Cricut going, which is right here. And then in behind me, I'll have my embroidery machine going as well. So that I'm actually making 3 sellable products at the same time. I don't turn them all on while I'm doing lives because I think it actually gets quite noisy in here. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. First I wanted to punch it, and now I love it. Oh, that's amazing. And I think, like really there's, other than the die, you know, breaking or something, as long as you're not beating this to crap, this should last for a pretty long time. And you can buy, like this all came as a set. There was like 100 in the set, but you can buy refills of just these as well. So check out the Amazon link if you guys want to get in on this fun and replay the video to where we actually figured out what the hell we were doing in order to save yourself a lot of, I refrain from too many curse words there, but I was close. I was close. This will be like the ultimate stash buster. I could do this for forever. You could sell these, like make an ad on Facebook if you had a business page. Sell these at craft markets. Put them on your website. You could sell these on Etsy as well. These would probably do really good. Christmas magnets made with quilt cotton fabric. I don't mess around with Etsy too much because I just find it's kind of annoying when I've got all these other things on the go. But yeah, if this would be a good one for Etsy for sure. Maybe I'll make a short, like an actual tutorial video for this and put it out as a, like, sell this on Etsy Christmas product. Maybe I'll do that this afternoon because I do need videos for my channel as well. There's the 4th one. Look how well that's turning out, you guys. Wrapped all the way around. You definitely want the wraparound look. Because when you can always see your fridge from the side. These are really substantial magnets. Like, look how thick that is. Can you see that? We're out of focus. But that is, if we got it on the ruler, it's 1/8 of an inch thick. So that's a pretty substantial magnet. And you guys, if you don't want to join the channel, you can always watch the videos with that are, I'm dropping stuff now, subscriber videos that have the little presents on them. They're little gold presents. All those videos have giveaways on them too. You don't have to be a paid member of the channel. But when we reach 150 paid members, that draw that we're doing is like over it'll be $400 now with these magnets. How much do you think I should sell them for, you guys? Any thoughts? 2 1/4. I'm going to sell them in a set of 4. And I was thinking $6.95. What do you think about that? Would you pay $6.95 Canadian for a set of magnets? Okay, this is going to be the last one I do in the Christmas fabric here, and we're going to switch to a different fabric. I should have switched already, but I had this one cut, and I lost my train of thought. All right. And I'm sure it'd be really helpful if I actually made a training video for this, for people that are not watching this live. Okay, there's the last one. So would you pay $6.95 for a set of magnets like this? And my husband this morning, he just said to me, I'm not busy at work. Can we go camping? And I said, yes. So I think I'm going to take this project with me because he likes to sit around a lot. He's a little older and he had colon cancer, so don't judge. And I like to like stand up. I have some back issues, so I don't like to sit too much. And I think this will be a fun project for me to take with me. So I'll cut up a whole bunch of squares ahead of time. I'll probably order a bunch more magnets here right away. And then we'll pop these off while we're camping. We were supposed to have company this weekend, but they had to bail because they couldn't get a dog sitter. We're actually super sad about that. But they did have to bail. So now we're thinking going and doing something else. And then, yeah, and we're flexible like that. We always have, we have like an on-call house sitter that comes and lives in our house whenever we're not here. And she's available, so it's fantastic. We don't like to leave our house with nobody in it. And she is a little bit younger and likes to come and stay here because our house is nice and her house is not as nice. So she can come and stay here and eat all our food and just have herself a good time while she's here. So good for her. Okay, so the next one we're going to do, it does match. This will be, it matches the Robert Kaufman. These are the bells. And I have the Christmas trees here. So now we're going to do the Christmas trees. You'd pay $5 in the US if it coordinated with other items. Yeah. I think we have to know our markets too, right? So if I put something up for sale in the market and it's not selling, I'm going to adjust the price for sure. But if we start at something, you know, if you start at a price, it's easier to go down than it is to go up because people get really mad when the price goes up. I guess if they've bought and the price goes down, they would get mad too, but they like it better if the price goes down. And I do, every project that I have here, I have mix and match items for it. So when I'm all on my stands over here, everything has a mix and match product to go with it, because then I pretty much guarantee myself an upsell. So instead of getting one product, I get multiple. So here's the Christmas trees. This one's pretty cute. I think with this one, because the trees are more spread out, just be careful, like if you have a big black spot in it, like a huge black spot, to like fussy cut it so you have more of the pattern showing. So there's that. Would anybody like to see around my actual stands that I sell stuff on? I can show you if you want. We can take the camera for a tour. So that will be the Christmas tree ones. Let's just see how many different fabrics we can use up here so I can show you how they look. We've got this Robert Kaufman one as well. I purchased some Seattle magnets last year and they were pricey and just printed on magnet, but I needed them. I need them for committing to the trip. I get it. Yeah. So like a little souvenir. So this is Robert Kaufman fabric again, and we made double-sided placemats with this one as well. Let's, this is going to be, that one is not wide enough. So I think when I'm cutting my placemats, I'm going to make sure I do a very scant cut when we're cutting the fold. And then I will have enough of this for sure left over for the magnets. Because if you're off even 1/8 of an inch, it wouldn't do, right? So this is going, you have to, I'm cutting off the selvage edge, right? We don't want this showing on the magnet itself. So let's see if we can do this one. And typically I'm going to try to get a set of 4 out of each one of these. Yeah, so let me know if anybody wants to see around the studio here today while we're doing this. We can always give you a little tour. Hello, so-and-so. Oh my goodness, I wish you guys would use your real names on here because I should know it. All of you, what's your first name again? I'm just going to call you by your, because there's so many people coming now. I'm just going to call you by your call signs, unless you tell me your name. And then as I get better at remembering everybody's name, as soon as you say it, of course, I'm going to know it, right? But I'm 50 years old, and sometimes I can't remember my dog's name, which is Cinnamon. Went blank there even for a second. Okay, now, so-and-so, we're making magnets today. We had a whole bunch of drama with this machine right at the start. User error and not very clear Chinese instructions, but we've got it now. So here is the green and gold one. This is quite pretty. Love it. Sabrina, yes. So-and-so, when you say that, like you can go by your business name, right? Like if anybody came on here and didn't know I was Jolene, they would just know me as Home Stitchery Decor, which is fine. I just tell people my name like 50 times while I'm here. So when you're building your brand, you need to go by your brand name and then just get people to know you on a personal basis. So every time you come on here, just remind me, hi, it's Sabrina from so-and-so. Just like I would say, hi, it's Jolene from Home Stitchery Decor. All right. So here's another one with the magnet on the back. Very pretty. Now we can use this Christmas red. Sabrina, I put the link in the video description for this gadget. We had a lot of drama with it, but now it's okay. We've got it now. Total user error. And it's kind of fun. So I was looking for another project, you guys, to add to my repertoire of things that I sell at my Christmas markets. And this is going to be a winner. And I know on the lives, a whole bunch of people come and go and come and go. So we'll repeat stuff here in a second. We'll tell you about the giveaway too here in a second. Maybe when we switch this fabric off. We've got things falling on the floor. Oh my goodness. Crazy. Crazy times. I'm not sure I'm gonna like this one. We'll see. I kind of feel like I don't want to waste magnet on this. This doesn't seem like the pattern's super nice on the back of the placemats, but now for a magnet, when I've cut this out, 4 little trees on some red cloth, I don't think that's going to sell. I don't think people will like that, so I'm not going to do that one. Let me just grab into my stash here of maybe not even Christmas fabric and see what we can come up with. Like, oh, you guys, I know one that will sell for sure. This will sell. Have I ever shown you this fabric yet? Chickens. This will sell for sure. I guarantee it. Anything I do with chickens always, always, always sells. So let's grab some of this. And I want to make sure it's kind of going the right way up. And like, I don't want to miss any, I don't want to waste any of the fabric, right? So let's do this. We'll cut off the salvage edge. Yeah, this will sell for sure. Anything I do with chickens, it's hilarious. Chickens and kitchen stuff will absolutely sell. So let's cut this at 2 1/4 this way. And this is actually kind of handy because we were going to get some chickens like kind of right in the center of it. Yeah, this is a little project you could take on the road with you for sure. 2 1/4 this way. And like I say, you might need to fussy cut this. Just make sure that you've got a bunch of chickens like in the center of it if possible, because people will love that better. We've got 38 people watching. That's crazy. Hi, you guys. You could add mugs. People love that too. Yeah, I could add mugs. I don't have space on my shelf. They would have to be my own design, and I haven't got to it yet. Not to say I won't, but I just haven't got to it yet. I just added, I have a bunch of my own textile designs, like things that I've designed, right? So like actual designs like this that I've made myself. And I actually just ordered some Christmas cards, like playing cards. So like cards you play card games with. Take the lint off of, or the static off of that before you hit go, because when you put it down, the fabric will move with the metal, the fabric, the plastic. So I've just ordered some. I've got my red Christmas design, Christmas tree design on them. And that'll be another, I like to mix it up like at the Christmas markets, because people have different budgets. So if I have one person with a $150 budget and one person with a $10 budget, I want to have products for both. And that keeps people in my booth longer, and they do add-on products and all kinds of fun things. Oh my goodness. Can you see this? That is freaking adorable. I mean, oh my goodness. You know what? I do have, let's put a magnet on this. I'm not going to walk you up to my fridge, but I do have a board over here. Can you guys see the board up here? Let's have a look. This is like my calendar board. There it is. Okay, I'm sorry, but I have to keep this one because that one is too adorable, and that one's mine. I need a couple of magnets anyway, so not selling that one, you guys. Yeah, I love it. Isn't that fun? Hi, Phyllis. How are you today? We're making magnets, fridge magnets, because I have scrappy fabric here. Okay, I'm going to tell you guys about the giveaway again. So if you want to join the channel, it's $2 Canadian a month to join the channel. And when we have 10 paid members now, but when we reach 150 paid members, we're going to do this huge draw for a whole bunch of fun stuff here. So you're going to receive 4 Christmas magnets that we just made. There's 4 here. You will receive a copy of my book I just released. And this is on Amazon. It's called From Zero to YouTuber. So if you've ever wanted to start YouTube and start making money off of YouTube, I wrote a book. It's pretty much a $2,000 course in a $14.95 book. The link is in the video description. So you can click the link, but it's From Zero to YouTuber by Jolene Airy. And that will be in the gift. And then we did a live last week where we sewed this Christmas tea towel. And you can go back and watch the live as well if you want to. That will be in it. And then we sewed 2 Christmas placemats. They are reversible. This will be in the draw. This is a members only draw, so you have to join the channel to get in on this draw. And then we have the grand poobah of the prize, which is a FAF quilters kit. It's got 2 quilting rulers, a rotary cutter, rotary blades, 2 sets of needles, and then underneath we've got a rotating cutting mat. So this is a $400 prize, and when we reach 150 paid members of the channel, I will put all those names into a randomizer and pick a winner, and I'll get in contact with you and we'll mail you off the prize. Oh, and we forgot one actually. Yesterday we did a jelly roll rug, and we're including the tube maker in as well. So if you've ever thought about joining the channel, go ahead and join the channel. Now, if you don't have it in your budget for the $2 a month, you can watch the videos that have the little gold presents on them. Those are giveaways just for regular viewership as well, but they're definitely not as big as this one. So we're really trying to get to 150 paid subscribers of the channel, and I think we can do it, and it's going to be fun. So yay us. Okay, let's make one more chicken one here, and then I'm going to grab some coordinated fabric for this one as well, because I do have something that matches it. Imagine that. And if you guys have any questions about this, go ahead and ask. This one's got a fold in it, so I'll save it for later, but I'm going to give it, see how it has a little fold there? That's not going to look good on the magnet. So I'm going to put it to the side. I'll hit it with the iron later so we don't waste it. And we'll do another cut here. So that was where the fabric was folded on the bolt. And we don't want any problems. So we're going to save that one for later. And now that I figured out this machine, which was, if you watch the beginning of the live, absolutely dreadful. I actually really like this project. I think this is going to do well. I love your channel because I feel like I have friends, sewing friends now. I know. It's hard. Like, it's hard for me too sometimes. Like when I'm working at home, sometimes I miss having people around me. And then I remember what it was like to go work in an office. So for years, I worked in insurance. I was an insurance adjuster, and it was just a very negative place. As you can imagine, you're dealing with people on their very worst day, and now I craft at home, and I'm able to do fun things. So I like this better, but I am having a good time doing these lives too, because I get to see people that are back like every single day now. So here's another chicken one. Yeah, I like this one too. So, okay, let's find some coordinated fabric to go with that. And we'll make these little sets. Super cute. I have a huge bucket of scraps that I've been saving, you know, for years, because as one does when you're a quilter, you save all your stuff because the fabric costs so much money. You don't want to waste a penny. So you save it and you save it and you think, oh, one day I'll find a project for that. And then you never do. And the bucket just gets out of hand. And I have, you know, in the past cleaned things out of this office. And now I'm kind of thinking, how many magnets could I have made if I didn't clean this out of my office? You could have a whole Christmas market booth with magnets. You could get, I don't know how you would do it. Like, have like a whole, you know, stand, like peg wall, but for magnets. And just have it like floor to ceiling magnets. And I bet you this would sell. I bet you would have like a great Christmas market just selling magnets. If you want this machine, the link is in the video description, you guys. It's my Amazon link. And I put it in there for you. It was $132 Canadian. And this might be my new favorite thing. And of course, you're going to be able to go faster when you're not yapping on the screen. And you'll be able to, you know, push these off even quicker. And if you had all your little gadgets set up, like in those plastic drawers that I showed you, you could keep this super organized. When I'm done the live, I'll put a link in for the plastic drawers as well, because I do have the capabilities of doing that. And then you can keep your work organized, but also make it quicker. And also, because I'm pulling out different colors of fabric, that slows things down. All right. Oh my gosh, look at that with the little freaking chicken. How cute is that? I actually have more teal color of this, like a more blue color of the gingham here as well. Absolutely amazing. Cute. Cute. Yes, very, 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 very cute. Well, I know what I'll be doing this weekend while we're camping. I will be making magnets. And my husband will be like, what on earth? Oh, I love them. I didn't think I would love them this much. I love them. Okay, let's find another color. This is a color that I actually have sewn products in. The chickens I do too. So, but like a whole stand of this color. So let's try this color. It is, which one is this one now? Circa 1800 is this fabric. So if you've ever seen this Circa fabric, I need to find a nice flat spot on this fabric here. Just to try it. It seems like I need to iron this fabric, but I also want to do it in the video. So we'll just find a nice clean spot here to cut it out. And we can, you know, cut piles and piles of fabric and then just stand and do one color and then do another color. So I am, as soon as I'm done this live video, I'm going to order more of these magnets, because I only ordered the machine and it came with 100 magnets. But I feel like I probably need, for the markets, 200. So I can have different sets of them on each booth, maybe even 300, because I'm sure they'll sell next year as well. And then if you run out of stuff, that's not good. But if you have extra stuff, you can keep your shelves full. And I highly recommend keeping your booth as full as possible the entire length of your Christmas markets. Because the people that are coming on the last day deserve the same amount of access to the products as the people that came on the first day, which is like the first weekend. And for me, it'll be like 6 weeks apart. So I have an insane amount of stuff I take to the markets. And because I do, I sell more. Like a lot more. I know some people have, you know, sold out signs on the last day of their market, and I refuse to do that. So do this with your fingers if you haven't seen us do that yet, and make sure you've got the static off of there. We're cutting the squares at 2 1/4, and that is a good wraparound. And you have to make sure the machine here is offset. I'll give you a close-up of that so you can actually see if you're going to make this. Can you guys, oh, hang on. Can you guys see that this is offset here? I hope you can see. I'll check on my camera here. No, I need to twist it a little bit. This part here needs to be offset just like this. So it's not squared up. It's on the angle, and then push this down until it clicks. Got it? And then we turn the machine. We're going to get our little piece of white plastic here and put it in. This would be the top side of it. So the magnet is going to set in this inset. This is the bottom side. So we'll spin that around and then push. And of course I pushed and the machine went every which way. All right. Does that make sense? Clear as mud? I know we're moving the camera around, but whatever. Oh, Crafty Calves Cafe. Welcome. Where are you from? Crafty Calves Cafe. I don't think we've had you here before. I'm going to just have a boo at this one here. Can you see here, the plastic didn't go right the way around. So what I'm going to do is, can I take the plastic off? Nope. Sometimes you're going to have a little bit of waste. Take these things apart and you should be able to reuse all the stuff. But I'm not going to do that right now. You can take it all apart and start over. And if you've got a little bit of waste, I mean, you have a little bit of waste. Not everything is going to come out perfectly. Okay, so this is another color that we have here, a nice taupe color. So some people like you know, muted tones in their kitchen. So we'll use this one. The machine, you guys, is in the video description if you're just joining. Because I know these videos, people come in and out all the time. And we are just making kitchen magnets here. This is Riley Blake Designs. I love me some Riley Blake. She has some pretty stuff. And I suppose that's, you know, multiple designers work under her brand, I would think. She's not making these all on her own. But this one's going to be pretty as well. And this is going to be a great quilt scrap buster. So if you've ever needed a project to get rid of all the tiniest little scraps in your room, this one is the one to do it with, because you can't very often get rid of 2 1/4 inch scraps. Could you do this with knitted fabric? I don't think so. Try it, but we're just barely getting by with the quilt cotton here. It didn't work out so good at the beginning of the video. User error, bad instructions on the machine, and now we've got it figured out. Okay, where did my little plastic things go? Did you guys see where I put them? The plastic covers, here they are. I've got a big pile of fabric here. So do this with your fingers, make sure there's no static on it. And we're cutting these 2 1/4 so the fabric wraps all the way around the magnet. That seems to be working out pretty good now. You put all the parts in, you turn the machine one way, you make sure this middle thing is off kilter, and you push down. Then you grab your white thing and you put it down in the next section and push it until it snaps. And there's the next color. So pretty. So I'm going to make sure when I do these, I have multiples in each color, and then I will be able to put them in my on my shelves with multiples. I have to find some packaging for this, because I think what I'm going to do is have a set of 4, like going up this way on a piece of cardboard. And the reason for this is I want them to fit in these little stands that I have, or little bamboo holders. So I might do 4, I might do 6 in a pack. We'll see. Depending on the packaging I can find. LOL. What are we laughing at? What are we laughing at? LOL. I don't know what if you're laughing at me, that's fine. I love being laughed at. It's my favorite. I can take it. It's super fun. Okay, you guys, here, can we do it with this one? This one might need to be ironed. 2. Okay, here's this teal blue instead of the green. See the difference in color here? So let's make one of the teal blue ones here. See if we can get this going at 2 1/4. I keep losing all my rulers and stuff because I have too much fabric piled up here. So I'm just going to chuck some stuff off to the side. Too many piles. It's gonna get lost. 2 1/4. I knew there was a reason I was saving all these scraps. I just need to come up with an idea. And have you seen them making these with photos on TikTok or Instagram? Like, these girls are making a killing. And I thought, you know, I do not want to do that with photos, mostly because I don't want custom orders. I don't want to deal with people ordering things from me. Because people are sometimes, like, I do what I do and then I just sell it, right? And sometimes when you do custom things, it kind of gets annoying. Here's my dilemma right now. Can you see this fabric? It has a line in it, which I didn't see before, and I won't sell that. So that is garbage. And the other one has a line in it as well. So that's actual garbage. We're not going to use that. And now in order to do this color, I need to find a flat piece on it without ironing it. So I don't want to grab my iron out while you guys are watching here, on top of all this other stuff. So let's find another place here we can cut it. But yeah, if it's not perfect, it's not coming out of my store. And where's everybody from today? I was tempted by the photos idea. Yeah, it is a good idea if you want to take orders and deal with people. I don't want to deal with people other than, like, I go to my craft markets. They're fun. I absolutely love my customers. But just the whole, like, you've got to sit in your office and be on your computer and communicate back and forth with people daily on their orders. I don't think that's for me right now. I'm too busy doing other things that I like to do, and I don't want to be like committed to actually being in my office at a certain time. I just don't think that's for me. And then I cut that one short. So how did we do that? That one's 2 1/4. This one's 2 1/4. So you just have to think about, like, what you want to do for work, like how much you want to be involved. And even with my rugs, other than like at a Christmas market, if somebody says, hey, can you make me a rug in that color? Because I ran out or something, then I'll do that. But I don't take custom orders for my rugs either. I make what I make and I sell what I sell, and it flies off the shelves. So I'm doing okay with that. This is where these little drawers would be super handy, because I would have the stuff lined up in the little drawers instead of looking for, like, where did we just put the plastic again? I don't know what this cardboard is for. Oh, here it is. I put it someplace safe. Yeah, I did. I put it someplace safe, and then, of course, that's not where it went. Okay, let's turn this a little bit so you guys can see my face here too. All right, so we've got our plastic. So I would probably cut out, like, you know, all kinds of different colors of squares first. I would do all the fabric cutting first, and then I would do this part next. So I'm not trying to look around for fabric, but you know what? It's live and we're having some fun. So spin it this way. All right. So this is the teal colored one. And look at the plastic. This plastic did not work. Off it goes. Let's try this again. Put it down this way. Maybe I was yapping too much. But if it's all off, it will not work. Grab any loose threads. I don't think this piece of fabric will work. We'll see. Get the loose threads out of it. Spinning it, pushing it down. Why is it stuck? Push it again. Well, now what have we done? What have we done here? Why you no come out? Did we snap it? Like, snap the thing in properly? There it goes. No, that didn't work. That did not work. So now we've wasted 2 pieces of plastic on the top. Let's get another color here. 2 1/4. And I'm sure we're going to have waste. I'm not too concerned about the waste. Every project you make, while you're learning, you need to consider the cost of learning. Like, nothing's going to be perfect the very first day that you do it. It's just not. And so get over that and realize, you know what, I've invested in something. If you have a business, you're going to be able to write a little bit of it off anyway. And, you know, some of these parts are made, the whole thing is made in China. So they might have had a problem with their processing too. So give yourself some grace and just go slow until you get it. And then it'll get easier and you'll make more money. But don't get mad the very first day that you're doing something. What days am I at market? So this year, my first Christmas market, I believe, starts on November 6th. And that's a Thursday, and it'll run the entire weekend. And then the next weekend, I'm at the same market for 4 days. And then I think I have a couple weeks off. And then I'm at another market Friday, Saturday, Sunday for 2 weeks. And then that's all I'm doing for markets this year. Typically, I do all summer long. But if you guys have been on the channel here for a while, you will have known, I think I put this in upside down. My husband has had colon cancer, and we just can't do everything this year. So we're not going to. We're just going to take a little bit of a break. He was really, really, really sick. And yeah, now he's doing a little bit better. So we just need to focus on him this year and what we can do. And I want to spend time with him because you never know with that stuff. If it comes back, it can come back with a vengeance. And I want to have spent some time with him. Who helps you set up? Thank you. Yeah, he was really, really sick. Okay, I put this in the wrong way and buggered this up. So now I need to start one more time again. Thank you for saying you're sorry. That's okay. Who helps me set up? So typically, my husband would help me set up. Now, last year, honestly, he was so sick. He did as much as he possibly could, but he was so insanely ill. He basically drove his truck with this stuff out there, and I did the setup, and that's fine. I mean, we did what we had to do. And then he did help me do the teardown. And last year I had a girl that I paid to help me, and she was there for teardown as well at the first market. And then the second market, he was feeling a little bit better, so he was able to help me with the setup. And then on the very last Saturday, so I still had Sunday to do. On the very last Saturday, I detached a retina, which is an awful thing to do. Don't do that. And ended up in the hospital having emergency surgery. So funny enough, he had to go and work the last day of my market, which is hilarious because if you've ever seen him, he's like this tall, like he's huge, and he's like this wide. Like I'm a big girl too, but he can like pick me up on his finger and like spin me around. He's such a big guy. And he's a construction guy, right? So he's off in my booth selling all my products for me, which was hilarious because all these little old ladies are coming up. Oh, where's Jolene? You know, like friends of mine and stuff. And new customers, and he's telling everybody he made all the stuff and he embroidered all these things with his hands. Nobody was buying it. They're like, what's actually happening here? So he, would tell them, she's in the hospital. If you leave these markets and you leave your booth empty, you'll never get back into one of these markets. So you better have a backup plan. And he was my backup plan. And then, so I had my surgery, and him and a friend of ours went out with their vehicles. It was 2 guys. So you can imagine them packing it up. But they did. They packed it up. They did the best that they could. They brought it all home. I have everything I pack up, like mostly in IKEA bags, like great big blue IKEA bags, because they're inexpensive and they can hold a lot, and they fold down really flat in my storage. So I've been using IKEA bags for years for all the fabric stuff, and then boxes and crates and whatnot for the non-fabric things. And so, yeah, they went out, packed it up, brought it home, put it on the basement floor. And then I wasn't able to do very much because I had to lay like literally facing the floor, all the way facing the floor for 12 days because of where the tear was. My face had to be facing the floor. So that the gas bubble they put in didn't come to the front. So it was absolutely ridiculous. Bye, so-and-so. We'll see you later. But anyway, once I was able to move a little bit, he would come into my studio and he would put like a bag or two on my sewing table. And then I was able to like unpack a bag or two a day. And then that's all I could do for a couple of months. So that's what happened. Okay, so this is the blue color that also matches the chickens. And I finally got it done because I kept putting the thing in the wrong way around. So I think that one matches a little bit better than the green for this one. So I'll make sure that I have a set with blue and with green if people want to mix it up. Should be super cute. I do have quite a bit of that chicken fabric left and I can always, you know, cut it off or whatever. So what other color can we do here that's super close by? Oh, goodness. I have so much leftover fabric. I'm going to take this whole freaking bin with me. The whole bin. I am. And get it like into... Oh, this one's going to be pretty. And get it into products. Okay, let's fussy cut a couple of these chickadees. This is going to be gorgeous. Can we get a set? We should be able to like fussy cut the flowers and the chickadees here, and we'll get a mix and match set. So some of my viewers are from different places in the world, and they need to, you know, not be on here 24/7 and go to sleep and stuff. So don't feel bad if you're leaving the live. Go and live your life. I'll be here crafting all day. Is what it is. Is what it is. So we'll do flowers. I swear this is like my new favorite thing. After all the drama of getting it started. Okay, let's see if we can put this in the right way around this time. Take all the extra threads out. And this might be like a good startup project if you had a kid that was going to do a craft as well, that wanted to make themselves some extra spending money. As long as they don't put their fingers in this should go pretty well. Get everything laying down flat. This one is not laying down flat. Probably because I actually need to iron this. You see this? Like even this one little bump here. Is there adhesive backing between? No, I'll show you right here. Crafty chit chats, just in case you just got here. So we have a metal plate like this, and we're putting a 2.5 inch fabric on top of it. Or sorry, 2 1/4. Correct me guys when I'm wrong. 2 1/4. I'll cut one here. Just get a little bird going. I'll show you each piece here. And I think I just hit my mic. So sorry about that, you guys, because I know that can be super loud. We're going to do 2 1/4. So we're fussy cutting this bird. 2 1/4. Going to take a bird out of here. I'll show you each piece as we do this one. And then this way, 2. I want the bird to be on top. So the trick is 2 1/4 so it wraps around under the plastic, and make sure that your pattern is, you know, kind of centered if you can. And it has to be flat. So if your fabric isn't flat, I'm finding it does not want to sit on this plate. Okay, so we have our metal, and then we have the fabric at 2 1/4. So we're going to put that on. And then we use, this all came as a kit, and the video, the kit is in the video description. So you can buy the kit on Amazon. And if you buy it through my link, I get a small commission. So there's the plastic film that came in the kit. We put this on the top, rub it back and forth to take the static off of it. Make sure that your fabric stays centered when you push this down, which can be a little tricky, but you know, you can do it. If I can do this, you can too. And I just buggered it up, but yeah, make sure your fabric stays in the center. And that's the hardest part sometimes, because this film likes to stick to it. Then you spin the thing round the other way. And there's 1, 2, 3, 4 squares of plastic. The second one from the top, you need to have it off kilter. So it's not going to be lined up with the other ones. So push it as far off kilter as you can, and then pull your handle down. And this pushes the fabric around that metal piece. Then you leave it in there. Then you grab one of these guys. This is going to be the back side of it. You can see there's a little lip here. And on the inside of it, the lip is like concave. So it goes in. And on the outside, it's an outie, right? And the magnet is going to sit in here. So the magnet obviously can't sit in there. Well, it could, but anyway, this is the way that it goes in order for it to clip together. So you put it down with the outside going down, the inside coming up. Then you spin this around on the machine again, and you click the other part of it into the back. And then we spin it around, and our magnet now looks like this. And this came all in a kit. There's 100 magnets in this kit, plus the machine. And then these magnets are 1/8 of an inch. They're quite substantial. They're sticky, sticky, sticky. And we're going to put those down on the inside where the concave is. Or sorry, not the concave. Well, yeah, this is the concave of where the magnet needs to sit. And then you can see here I have a tiny little thread. And I just have these tiny little snips. If there's a tiny little thread sticking out, get it. And then here is your magnet. And as you can see, the fabric goes around the edging on it. Does that make sense? Yeah, it's kind of neat, hey? Yeah, kind of neat. Okay, so let's do one where we get the flower that isn't in need of ironing. Let's try this one here. And this, like I say, can be a very good scrap buster, because we all have quilt cotton scraps. If you've quilted any length of time, you will have a massive amount of scraps. And you always feel so bad about throwing any of them out because they're freaking expensive. So this can be, probably shouldn't have done that, but okay, let's try it this way here. Got a little birdie. So this, I'm going to try to make them like 4 in a set with 2 coordinated colors, because I think they will sell very well like that. So we'll get our metal, put it in the first portion of it. It sticks down in underneath. Get our plastic, take the static off of it by rubbing it together with our fingers. Line it up. Spin it round. Push it down. Grab our plastic backing. Push that down. Check it for any little threads. Obviously, it would be better if you cut the threads off before, but you know, this is what we're doing. And then we're going to get our magnet for the back of it. All right. How many are new here to the channel? I feel like we've been going for quite a while. An hour and 5 minutes. Yeah. Okay. So this now will be this set. So we've got the birds and the flowers. So we'll do that and have it 4 times. Just got on, what is the machine called? Highland. It is called, we brought it up here, MK Bear Magnet Button Machine. MK Bear Magnet Button Machine. So it's the machine, and it came with a set of 100 magnets. And I put the link for Amazon in the video description for anybody that wants to buy it. And I have a home decor business where I do these massive Christmas markets. And was looking for a project where I could essentially make an add-on product with my scraps, because I have so many dang scraps and I just felt bad about throwing them out all the time. It's such a waste, right? So I thought, why don't I find something that I can make with these scraps that can be a sell, like an easy sell product as well. And so I keep going into my bin over here and grabbing more scraps out and cutting them up and showing you guys how the machine works. So thank you. You're welcome. I love it. Wish you a lovely day. Okay, bye so-and-so. I'm assuming you're heading out here. Okay, and then I was telling everybody, because, you know, some of you are new here, we do have videos on the channel where, like, if you see the thumbnails and they have all those little gold presents on them, those are videos that I've done that have giveaways for people that are subscribed to the channel. So go ahead and watch those videos. Hi, Jenna. Welcome. And then we have a paid membership to the channel, which is $2 a month. So it's super affordable, $2 Canadian a month. And when we reach 150 paid members, I'm doing a massive giveaway. So I'll show you what's in that, because some of you guys are new here. So the first part of the giveaway, yesterday we did a jelly roll. So we're giving away the tube maker. And then today we're doing the magnets. So you'll receive a set of 4 of the Robert Kaufman Christmas magnets with the presents on them. So receive those. And then, was it yesterday? The day before yesterday, I announced my new book, which is out on Amazon. It's from Zero to YouTuber. So if you've ever thought about doing something like this or know somebody that wants to, I basically made a $2,000 course in a $14.95 American book. And the link is in the video description for this as well. It's from Zero to YouTuber by Jolene Airy. So that's available on Amazon. That'll be part of the gift. Then we did a live last week where we sewed this Christmas tea towel. You can go back and watch the live if you want to sew it along with us. And it was viewer interactive as well. They helped choose some of the colors. And then a couple of days ago, we made the Robert Kaufman reversible placemats. That will be in the draw. And then the coup de grace here is the Pfaff quilt box. Sorry, I just hit my mic there. I know that's super loud when I do that. Sorry, guys. In the box here is 2 quilting rulers, rotary cutter, and rotary blades, 2 sets of needles, and then it's actually a double box here. On the bottom side of the box is a rotating cutting mat. Hi, Lisa. Welcome back. So if you're a paid member of the channel, you can get in on this draw. It costs $2 a month to be a paid member. When we reach 150 paid subscribers, or paid members, sorry, of the channel, we'll do a draw. You'll have to give me your address, and I'm going to mail this gift box off to you. And we keep adding things to the gift box. So when it reaches 150 of you guys, then we'll do the draw. So if you want to get in on that, you should see a join button at the top of your screen, or you can go to the main channel page and hit join, or there's a link in the video description. Hi, Fail Fernandez from Spain. Welcome. Lisa's not new. Lisa's been here before. Hi, Lisa. Are you working today? I've got my coffee, of course. I'm assuming Lisa just got on here too. So we're making magnets with our scrap pile. I just bought this machine. I unboxed it. It was an absolute nightmare to get it going. Now that I've got it going and figured out I am making magnets for my Christmas market, and it's actually going much better now. User error and not understanding instructions. So, but now that we've got it going, I actually love it. I'm going to use this now as an add-on product. So all the fabrics that I'm using, I've already made items out of them, and they're for sale in my booth. So then I can add the fridge magnets to it as well. So what we're doing is, if we're cutting the fabric at 2 1/4 inches and cutting out the best part of the pattern for the magnet here. So if you've got a big empty spot of color, don't use that. Get a good piece of the pattern here and use that section of it. So 2 1/4. And we're showing you guys how to use this machine. And the machine was $132 Canadian. And somebody said it was like, for this machine was $99 for the 50 mil machine. And then they had an option of a bigger 58 mil machine too. Almost done with your Monday. That's exciting. Hi, Michelle from Wisconsin. Welcome to the channel. I'm Jolene from Home Stitchery Decor. I do a bunch of lives here on the channel. How was your day, Lisa? I know you like to watch the channel while you're working. And I did some on the weekend. I'm not sure if were you here for the Saturday one? And now my husband has asked me to go camping this weekend. So we're going to get our house sitter in and we're going to head off camping because he has a little break in work. And I'm going to take this project with me because this should be something fun that I can do. And I don't like to sit too much. So he likes to sit, and we can sit together and visit and, you know, have a pina colada or whatever that I have, and he'll have a beer. And then I'll get some of my little work done here too. But sitting is not that great for my back. And I do spend quite a bit of time sitting at my sewing machine anyway. So this weekend I'll be able to take this project with me and my dishcloths, and I'll be able to crochet a couple of dishcloths for my Christmas markets and make my magnets. And at first we hated this machine, and now we love it. So here is a nice green and taupe one. It's got quite a little vintage flair to it, and I'm just going to trim off any of the edges here. And if for some reason it's not quite, like this one I don't feel is quite tight enough, I'll put that to the side and I'll remake that one. Oh, I know why it's not quite tight enough to the side. I put the thing in upside down again, so it didn't click into this. So that's why it's not quite tight. Okay, so we'll make that one again here in a little bit. Let's show you one that we can actually get done. So this is going to be my Quilt Cotton Scrap Buster solution. I've always wanted a solution to how many freaking scraps I have in this place. And now I believe I have found one. And I'm sure this will go easier when I'm not talking on the lives as well. Be able to pay attention a little bit better to what the heck I am doing. All right, spin this one around. We're finding that when this is cut at 2 1/4, it is, the fabric will go all the way around the magnet. Give it a nice tight squeeze on the end. Oh, here, I fixed it just by putting all the parts in like they're supposed to be. How is the weather? Oh, you were practicing canotype? What is that? How is the weather? You know what? It did not rain this weekend. So yay, because it has been crap, as I have mentioned like 50 times there. Calgary is just getting like inundated with freaking water this year, which we typically do not get. since they started recording the weather here, like in the 1800s, our July this year has been the second worst for rain on record, which is kind of crazy because you think about how many wildfires are up in like the province to the north of us. Well, Saskatchewan is to the east of us, and then up at the north end of their province. It's crazy, crazy wildfires all the way through Manitoba, and we're getting soaked in Calgary. So last year we had all kinds of smoke, and this year we're getting all kinds of rain. So you just can't win. So as far as camping is concerned, we like to get out as much as possible. Here's a different chicken print. Let's try this chicken print. So we did this one. Super cute, right? And at first we did it with the green, and that didn't look too good. So we pulled out the blue gingham. So the blue gingham can go with this chicken, and then the green gingham will be able to go with this one. So let's do one of these. As of this morning, we were at 10 paid members of the channel. So that's pretty awesome. $2 a pop. And the prize to that we're going to draw is just at $400 now for the prize value. So when we reach 150 paid members, we'll do that draw. And you will have to tell me where you live so I can send that off to you. But don't worry, I won't do anything weird with your address. We won't post it publicly or anything like that. We will tell the world who the winner is. So you have to be okay with us, you know, telling everybody that you are the winner, if you don't mind. I want to fussy cut this. I kind of want this chicken to like be right in the center. And I kind of thought I got it, but no, not so much. Okay, then we need to pick a flat piece of this, or we're going to have to go to the iron. We don't want to do that, although we may have to. Yeah, we may have to for this one. Dang it, and I don't have my iron set up. So let me just see if I have any more of this fabric here real close. And look at that, I do. Lucky me. A little bit of this fabric left over. Probably from sewing soup bowl cozies. So get this cut at 2 1/4. Take off the end first. It's nice and clean. And then I want this next chicken here to be kind of in the middle. 2 1/4. Yeah, this will work. If you've got a pattern for these, it's best to have the pattern right in the middle, because you're really going to notice if you've got a big white spot or a big spot of, you know, just non-pattern fabric. So try to spend a little bit of time fussy cutting these. Hi, Maria. What kind of cutter is that? Does it cut fabric? This is the magnet maker. The link is in the video description for this. I just got it off Amazon and unboxed it here today. And the cutter here is a rotary cutter by Fiskars. And I have an OmniGrid ruler. And I am on a Fiskars rotating cutting mat here. How did I get this? Not quite. There we go. We'll do it this way. And we're making fridge magnets with scrap quilt fabric is what we're doing here today. It's kind of a fun project. And this one's going to be a chicken fridge magnet. What do you use your AccuQuilt for? Okay, AccuQuilt I use for soup bowl cozies. I use for cutting the strips for jelly roll rugs. If I'm cutting my own fabric, I have a 2.5-inch machine for that, or die for that. My oven mitts and my Christmas stockings. And then I have an eye mask die, and I have like Christmas ornaments die as well, which I should actually probably use this year because I haven't done that in a couple of years. So I do use it for quite a lot of stuff. Soup bowl cozies for sure. I actually thought about doing a soup bowl cozy video today, but I wanted to make sure, like, once my husband sent me the message that said, hey, do y'all want to go camping? I wanted to make sure that I got this opened and figured out how it worked so I could take something with me to go camping. So here is that freaking cute little chicken. That's adorable. So that's going to go really well with this green gingham. And it would actually also go well with the teal gingham. But the other chicken didn't go so well with the green gingham. So you get what I'm saying here? Yeah. So if you guys like stuff like this, make sure to subscribe to the channel so that you can see when we do another video. And can I do something with this red? I've got a little scrap pile, not even little. I mean, it's like a huge pile of scrap here in this bucket. And I keep pulling scraps out of it for different colors. Let's do a nice pink gingham. We'll get every color of my stands will have magnets on it this year. So all of my stands at the Christmas market booth, I have all mix and match products. So I have rugs, tea towels, soup bowl cozies, dish drying mats, tea towels, pillow shams, dishcloths, my set of cards. So I have Christmas cards and then everyday cards as well. And each stand I do by color with all mix and match colors. So when people are standing there picking out a tea towel, they often grab a soup bowl cozy or a dish drying mat to match it. And that way I get the upsells. And I'm always looking to add a couple of new products and use all the supplies that I have. So I always have these scraps of fabric. So I'm using up all the supplies here. How much am I going to sell? You know, Lisa, we were talking about this earlier and I thought like 4 for $6.95. That's Canadian. What do you think? Yeah. And maybe I'll do, I just have to figure out the packaging too, right? Because on my stands, I have these little boxes on the top of the stands that I have the extra products in, like the dishcloths, the tea towels, etc. And so it'll depend on the packaging that I can get for these, if I'm going to do a set of 4 or a set of 6. So, and then how they fit in there. So typically, like whenever I'm designing something, I make sure I'm designing it, you know, with the fabric as much as possible so I don't have a bunch of waste, and then how it fits on these stands that I bought. So that's kind of crazy. Yeah. Would you? Yeah. So you would pay $6.95 for a set of 4. I mean, they're not going to be crazy expensive. This process, of course, will go much quicker when I'm not like, you know, cutting one color at a time and talking on the internet. But this is kind of fun for me. I'm actually having a good time. So yeah, $6.95 Canadian. And if I need to reduce the price, I will. But I never want to be in a situation of putting up the price, because if people bought something and then they come back to buy more and you've upped the price, they get really mad. They're like, oh, I actually got it for this. Why can't you sell it to me for this? But if you decrease the price, they're not bad. That's cheap. Now, what I don't like the word cheap. I like the word, let's find a different word for it. Because if I tell you, oh, this is so cheap, then the mentality is this is a cheap item. And I don't like that word. So this is good value, affordable. Yeah, it's affordable. All of my products are affordable. And I get that comment. I'm not even going to lie to you guys, because I feel like it's important. If you have a successful business and you're, you know, trying to help people on the internet have a successful business, make your products affordable. And one of the biggest compliments, there's the magnet with the back of it, I get in my booth, or comments that I get in my booth all the time, is, why is your stuff so affordable? And it's because I chain piece my stuff. No, I know you didn't mean it like that. That's fine. But reasonable, all those kind of things. Yeah. But when people come up to your booth and your things are priced too expensive, they're not going to do anything. But when people come up to your booth and constantly tell you your things are so affordable, they stay there and they actually buy more. And my things are affordable because I'm making multiple products at the same time. So yeah, I'm doing this live, which is fine. We'll get a couple paid memberships to the channel, which is great. Thank you guys for doing that. We have the big giveaway. I put a link in the video description. If anybody wants this machine, go buy it through the link and we'll earn a few bucks here and there from that. And then of course, YouTube pushes out my videos and I get AdSense, so I get a bit of money from that. But also, if you guys aren't here, I'm running the Cricut machine. I'm running the embroidery machine. I'm sewing, typically on 2 machines at the same time if I can, because I sew soup bowl cozies and the strips for the rugs at the same time. And so therefore I'm making multiple products at the same time. So, and sometimes I'm even filming it for my ASMR channel, which is auto sensory channel. So I have a channel where I don't talk and I just show the sewing or the craft projects, but I don't talk at all. And so I'm filming that as well. So I'm trying to get all these different, you know, avenues of revenue, etc. And therefore, when I go to a market, my stuff is affordable because I was able to like double dip or triple dip on my actual how much I'm making per hour with all of the other things that I'm doing. And then if I am working in the house, of course, I have the flexibility to go and live like our life, which is important, and especially important if my husband has my husband has colon cancer. He had a lot of appointments and surgeries and things that didn't go right. But even today, I've got the laundry lined up. So when I'm done this live, I'm going to, you know, get the washer and dryer going. I cooked a big roast beef dinner last night, so I won't even have to cook here tonight. And yeah, it's going, it took me a long time to get to where I'm at. But where I'm at is, like, we're not living high off the hog, right? But we are comfortable and I'm having fun and I'm making a whole bunch of new friends. And if I influence somebody to, you know, start their own business and they can take a bunch of my tips and tricks and be like, hey, she already tried it, off you go. Then why not, right? Because it helps everybody. It helps everybody out. Okay, so now let's try this nice pink one. What do we think of this pink? It is kind of laminated. It has plastic on the top. So we'll try this pink one. And then we're like an hour and a half into this live. And I think what we're going to do is I'm actually going to end the live here pretty quick. I'll do this pink one. I'll tell you guys about the members only gift box here at the end. And then we'll be on our way for the day. Or maybe I'll do another live later on this afternoon. But for right now, I'm going to end it. And I've got a couple of projects that I need to do for myself. I know, dang nabbit, you want to stay here all day with me, but I do have some projects that I've got to do. And frankly, the phone only lasts so long. And then we have to recharge the phone. I'm going to buy, there's a thing I saw on Amazon because I went and looked. A thing that you can charge your phone while you have your mic on, so that the phone never goes dead during a live again. But honestly, I think we've covered this machine pretty well here today. And so we'll finish up this last one and then we'll go over the gift box here one more time. I have a little snag in the fabric here, so I'm going to cut that off. As always, I don't want anybody returning any of my products. And so far I'm on a roll. I've had my business since 2018 and not one single product return yet, which is kind of crazy. I did have a very mean person one time, though. She bought a rug. She bought actually 2 different rugs. I delivered them to her because I was just starting my business and, you know, had time and all this stuff. So I delivered them to her house, had a nice little visit with her. A few weeks later, she sent me a very snotty email that told me my rugs had a bunch of holes in them. They were total crap. How was I going to fix it? She needed to return these rugs. And essentially, I better fix it. And that she was going to Hawaii for 6 weeks. And she would deal with me. Literally, this is what she said in the email. She would deal with me when she got home. That's what she said. I was absolutely horrified. So I sat here, you know, because I was a new business and stuff, like literally feeling like crap for 6 weeks while she was in Hawaii. Then she gets home from Hawaii and sends me another email that says, sorry, I was wrong. My husband brought in a battery and set it down on the rug and burned a hole right through the rug. Can you fix this rug for me? Not, I'll deal with you, but can you fix this rug for me? And you know, I read that email and I didn't reply because I was like, I'm not going to jump around for you at this point. And then conveniently, I was completely out of that fabric. Completely out. I didn't have any. So I could not help her. So that is how we deal with that. Did I put this in the wrong end? I think I did. Okay, hang on. That's how I dealt with that. I was like, you are not a nice person. And I am not dealing with you. And then last Christmas, I had a couple of ladies come to my booth and tell me that they were good friends with this lady who bought a couple of rugs from me. And I said, oh yeah, who was that? And they told me her name. And I was like, That's all I said. Yeah. I was just horrified. Okay, so here is the lovely little green pink one. And this would actually go super cute with this gingham print as well. So that could be a mix and match set as well. All right, so we're going to tell you guys the members only draw. If you want to join the channel, it's $2. $2 to join the channel. And the members, once we receive 150 paid members of the channel, we'll do the draw backwards here. We're going to do a draw for this huge gift set. It's valued at 400 Canadian dollars. You'll get a set of 4 Christmas magnets, which we just made. Yesterday, we did jelly roll rugs, so we threw in a tube maker. Then, the day before that, I announced my book, which is for sale on Amazon, called From Zero to YouTuber by Jolene Airy. The link for this is in the video description right now if you want to check that out. It's $14.95 American. It's a $2,000 course in a $14.95 book. And then the day before that, oh, wrong order. The day before that, we did Robert Kaufman placemats. And these lives are all available. You can go and watch them. And so you'll receive a set of 2 placemats, Christmas placemats. Then the day before that, we did this Christmas dish towel. Super cute. The live's available for this as well. And then the coup de grace, the absolute pinnacle here is this Pfaff quilting box. We've got 2 quilt rollers, a rotary cutter, rotary blades, 2 sets of needles, and underneath that we've got a rotating cutting mat, just like the cutting mat that I'm using here, except for this one is new and it doesn't have a bunch of chunks out of it. And I didn't even keep this gift for myself. So if you want to join the channel, up on the top of your screen, you'll see a join button. Or you will see, if you go back to the main channel page, you will see a join button there as well. Or you can follow a link in the video description. It's $2 a month. When we reach 150 paid members of the channel, we'll do a draw. Out of those paid members, a random draw. I'll put all the names into a randomizer. And then I will contact you and you will have to give me your address. And I'm going to ship off this prize to somebody, which is so fantastic. So do we have any questions here today? Yeah, Oh, somebody asked me yesterday, yes, you can send super chats if that's something that you want to do as well. You can send those. The bigger we grow this channel, the more fun we're going to have. These prizes are expensive, and I want to be as big as like Mr. Big. So thousands, hundreds of thousands, millions of people on here. We're going to show you crafty stuff. We're going to give away cool stuff, and we're going to have a lot of fun. And I'm going to teach you all about my business if you want to do it, because I'm 50 years old, for crying out loud. I can't make this stuff for everybody on the planet. And I honestly feel like if you want to learn how to do it, you're going to learn from somebody. So why not me? Yeah. All right. So if we don't have any questions here, we'll wrap up the video for today, and I will clean up this big mess. It's 12:17. I might have time for another live this afternoon. We'll see. Just depends on how much stuff I can get done around the house, and you know, the laundry situation, and get myself situated for some camping here this weekend. I do have a couple of days of actual work. Mandela Day tomorrow. Lisa, would you like a Mandela Day tomorrow? What time are you working? You're seeing the Mandelas back here? Is that what you're seeing? I'll show you guys. I have these set up in my office all the time because I love them too. These are my own original designs. These are 5 to 7 layers of paper each. All of these designs are available on my website for download. So if you want to join in and have a live with that, let's do one for Lisa. Okay, Lisa, let's see. Can we do, let's say 1:30, 1:45. I'll go live tomorrow. I'm not sure exactly what time. 1:30, 1:45. Would that work for you? The Mandelas are made with cardstock, and they are all of my own original designs. And yeah, sure, we can pop one off and put it together for you. Maybe we won't cut one out entirely, but we can definitely put one together and show you guys how to do that. And, you know, have the machine cutting out something for you guys as well. It's a date. Okay, so 1:30, 1:45 tomorrow, you guys. For Lisa, I'll put it up on my calendar. Lisa, you better be here. Or you're going to be watching the replay. Yeah, for sure. Okay, so tomorrow we'll do a Mandela for fun. Why not? All right, you guys. Yeah, she's like, haha, too funny. I've enjoyed you guys being here today. Thank you so much. This is really, like, you can see the grin on my face when I'm done these things. I'm like all red. My face is hurting. I'm actually having a really good time. And it makes me feel like a good human being. Oh, and speaking of being a good human, remember that I do support the Kiva, which is Kiva, which is kiva.org. It helps provide microloans to underserved people. I'll put the link in the video description after YouTube's done the whole processing of it. I'll put a fundraiser link there. So that has nothing to do with me personally. It's just that I think that we could all do a little bit better in the world. So this platform facilitates loans for underserved people. You can add as little as $5, or as, you know, start at $5, add as much as you want. The person that applies for the loan gets the money. And then when they repay the money, you have the option of reinvesting that into another person. And the person that I chose to support first is somebody that had a sewing business in, I think it was like, I'm going to go look it up again. It's Colombia or Guadalupe or something like that. I can't even remember who I supported. But anyway, she wants to start her own sewing business. Somebody just like me that doesn't have as many opportunities as I have. So I put in 50 American dollars. Then I put in $7.50 American as well, which helps Kiva actually facilitate like all the paperwork and stuff to give them the loans. And you can either take your money out or you can reinvest it in another person. And I think if more people in the world were able to earn their own income reliably, that we would have less problems in the world. That's how I feel about it. So I am supporting Kiva, and we're doing the giveaways here. So yeah, have fun with that. And Lisa, just so you know, I just go by Jolene. It's a thing. It's a whole trauma thing. I won't explain all the details of it, but basically, I've been going by like my full name for quite a while now. I just had, you know, a separation from my family, and that's what they used to call me all the time. And I just, yeah, get it over. Spell it Jolene. Jolene. Yeah. And I know people are, I just want to, all my friends were calling me Joe for the longest time. And I'm like, you know, I really just like my actual name. So how about we use that? Spell it. Jolene. Yeah, that's my name. That's okay. I don't mind. Because like on my screen here too, it's Home Stitchery Decor, right? And unless you were like here all the time, you don't hear me saying, my name's Jolene. My name's Jolene. Like maybe I should wear a name badge that says, hi, my name's Jolene from Home Stitchery Decor. So no offense taken whatsoever. Yeah. Okay. So if we don't have any more questions, you guys, I'm going to end the live for today. Thank you so much for being here. Thanks for everybody who's joined the channel. I hope you get in on this draw. When it's 150 paid members, we'll do the draw. And if you don't want to join the channel, hit subscribe and go watch those little, the videos that have the little gold presents on those videos. There's giveaways in those ones as well. Steph's out. Hi, Kathy. Kathy, we're just ending. You can watch this replay after YouTube's done processing it. And yes, thank you guys for all the hearts. That helps the channel and everything. So if you enjoyed it here, I hope you come back. We'll see you in another video. We're going to end it. Okay. See you guys. Bye. See if I can turn off my camera without grabbing my phone. Probably not. Hey? No, never. Every time. Because the phone, you guys, is stuck. It's stuck under this holder. Thanks for all the hearts, you guys. I really appreciate that. I see that like so many of them coming in right now. Okay, maybe we'll just wait for some hearts. That's amazing. Thank you so much. Love you. See you later.